I want to go back to what Romain was just talking about, this new Apple Vision Pro set at $3,500.
Did you just put in your order? Is that?
No, but if you contrast that with the Oculus, which was, what, $300 according to Google right now, who's going to spend money on this?
Yeah.
Oculus hasn't done well.
Yeah, well, the Oculus was more expensive at the outset. I don't think it was $3,500.
And clunky.
And clunky, that's right.
This won't be?
This is interesting, but it raises a question, and I think it's a good point as to what the use case is. I mean, if there is something practical you could do with this, then yeah, $3,500 maybe is justified.
I think,
but if this is just a toy, then you're going to have a very limited audience.
Fancy ski goggles.
I mean, well, first of all, they look like exactly like ski goggles. So anyone who's just listening should know they are basically ski goggles. But we talked to a guy who runs a company called X-Ray Glass earlier, and what they do is when you're talking to somebody and looking at that person, you get the subtitles of what they're saying in your glasses, in your field of vision. So it's great for somebody.
So if you're standing face to face with somebody talking, and you have the glasses on instead of just looking them in the eye.
Yeah, if you're hard of hearing, for example, it's going to be very helpful. If you're at a concert, if you're at a bar, I know if you sometimes go to the club, you know, you can't really hear. So it's a great, I think that's, for example, an incredible use case.
I guess, you know, just thinking about how we might use it, but the cost part of it, I guess I never thought I would spend more than $1,000 for a phone, and yet here I am doing it. So I do wonder, you know, that there might be a niche market, and Mark Gurman has talked to us about it, that maybe it's a $6, $7, $8 billion market for Apple in terms of annual revenues, and it just continues to bring people into the Apple ecosystem, and that's kind of permanently. Or
you guys are more optimistic about this, and I mean, you mentioned, I think Matt mentioned Oculus or somebody, Scarlett did, but I mean, we've kind of tried this before, and maybe this product is miles better than those, but I feel like we've been here before, and it just, I don't know, what was the Google one that didn't work out?
Google Glass, right?
I see an Apple headset in your future, Romain.
No,
Apple headset, the Apple Watch, $1,000.
He's going to be walking around the newsroom like, get out of my way, I got my headset on. It's coming.
We will tweet that out when that happens.
I buy it.
Absolutely.
I'm on the buy side of this for sure.